Good morning, my 29 subscribers and anybody else who watches this video. Okay, so I'm going to take a break from reading the John Hagee Jerusalem Countdown. The chapter's really long. And we're going to read something positive. At least I hope it's positive. Okay, so we're going to read Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. Okay. Sometimes just reading about war and stuff just kind of like, whoa. So we're going to read some positive stuff. Okay, so chapter 11 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. Imagine that everyone is enlightened except you. This strategy gives you a chance to practice something that is probably completely unacceptable to you. However, if you give it a try, you might find that is one of the most helpful exercises in self-improvement. As the title suggests, the idea is to imagine that everyone you know and everyone you meet is perfectly enlightened. That is, everyone except you. The people you meet are all here to teach you something. Perhaps the obnoxious driver or disrespectful teenager is here to teach you about patience. The punk rocker might be here to teach you to be less judgmental. Your job is to try to determine what the people in your life are trying to teach you. You'll find that if you do this, you'll be far less annoyed, bothered, and frustrated by the actions and imperfections of other people. You can actually get yourself in the habit of approaching life in this manner, and if you do, you'll be glad you did. Often, once you discover what someone is trying to teach you, it's easy to let go of your frustration. For example, suppose you're in the post office and the postal clerk appears to be intentionally moving slowly. Rather than feeling frustrated, ask yourself the question, what is he trying to teach me? Maybe you need to learn about compassion, how hard it would be to have a job that you don't like. Or perhaps you could learn a little more about being patient. Standing in line is an excellent opportunity to break your habit of feeling impatient. You may be surprised at how fun and easy this is. All you're really doing is changing your perception from, why are they doing this, to, what are they trying to teach me? Take a look around today at all the enlightened people. And I think too, I'm just getting a little tired. I think that might be what it is too. Okay. 12. Let others be right most of the time. One of the most important questions you can ever ask yourself is, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Many times the two are mutually exclusive. Being right, defending our positions, takes an enormous amount of mental energy and often alienates us from the people in our lives. Needing to be right or needing someone else to be wrong encourages others to become defensive and puts pressure on us to keep defending. Yet many of us, me too at times, spend a great deal of time and energy attempting to prove or point out that we are right and or others are wrong. Many people consciously or unconsciously believe that it's somehow their job to show others how their positions, statements, and points of view are incorrect, and that in doing so, the person they're correcting is going to somehow appreciate it, or at least learn something wrong. Think about it. Have you ever been corrected by someone and said to the person who was trying to be right, thank you so much for showing me that I'm wrong and you're right. Now I see it. Boy, you're great. Or has anyone you know ever thanked you or even agreed with you when you corrected them or made yourself right at their expense? Of course not. The truth is, all of us hate to be corrected. We all want our positions to be respected and understood by others. Begin listing or being listened to and heard is one of the greatest desires of the human heart. And those who learn to listen are the most loved and respected. Those who are in the habit of correcting others are often resented and avoided. It's not that it's never appropriate to be right. Sometimes you genuinely need to be or want to be. Perhaps there are certain philosophical positions that you don't want to budge on, such as when you hear a racist comment. Here, it's important to speak your mind. Usually, however, it's just your ego creeping in and ruining an otherwise peaceful encounter. A habit of wanting or needing to be right. A wonderful, heartfelt strategy for becoming more peaceful and loving is to practice allowing others to the joy of being right. Give them the glory. Stop correcting. As hard as it may be to change this habit, it's worth any effort and practice it takes. When someone says, I really feel it's important too, rather than jumping in and saying, no, it's more important too, or any of the hundreds of other forms of conversational editing. Simply let go and allow their statements to stand. The people in your life will become less defensive and more loving. They will appreciate you more than you could ever have dreamed possible. Even if they don't exactly know why, you'll discover the joy of participating in and witnessing other people's happiness, which is far more rewarding than a battle of egos. You don't have to sacrifice your deepest philosophical truths or most heartfelt opinions, but starting today, let others be right most of the time. Okay, so that is chapter 11 and chapter 12 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's all small stuff. Okay, thank you for watching.